Junkman, back at you again. Hello, YouTube fans. Appreciate everybody watching my videos and subscribing and liking. So, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video here on copper insulated wires. What copper insulated wires are is basically wires. So, what you can do with these wires is the scrap yard will take wires. You can sell them for scrap metal, depending on what the marketplace is. I've sold them at 25 cents a pound all the way up to $1.75 a pound. Right now the marketplace is about 75 cents a pound, so not too bad. I'm gonna wind up getting about a trash can full of these wires, but you got to take them in cleaned up. So what you want to do is you want to come along and you want to cut all these wires. Now this iron here, this particular iron doesn't work. I tested it, so I can't sell it at a flea market or anything. So I cut the wire, and then I'll throw this iron here in the scrap metal pile. So when you come along and do these wires, you want to have a separate container where you can throw your scrap metal in, because you don't want to waste that scrap metal. So you come along like this, and a lot of times you don't have to worry about cutting a lot of these small ends off, at least at the scrap metal yard where I go. Now, some scrap metal yards, they will want you to cut them off. The scrap metal yard that I'm at, they don't make you cut them off. So that's kind of a good thing. It saves you a lot of time cutting those ends off. So as you go along, you got your container where you've been throwing them off to the side, and then you get an extra container and you come through here and you look. You're basically looking for all the big foreign items. I'll run across one here in just a minute. Like, for example, that iron. I had to cut that iron off. They won't take that. They might take it, but they'll dock your whole price, and you don't want to get your whole price docked. So, and most of these are pretty clean. Now, see here, you got to cut this. You got to cut that jumper cable thing off. That was off a pair of old junky jumper cables. So we're going to cut that off. Get you a good pair of wire clippers, because some of those wires are pretty hard to cut. Personally, I like to use branch trimmers. They seem to work the best, or tin snips. I know it's not a tool that the tin snips are not really designed for wires, but they work really good, so I don't care. And you want to cut stuff like this off. They don't want this stuff. This utility strip, that actually goes into the trash. And this little transistor here, that can go in your scrap pile, because that's got it's actually got like a little electric motor on the inside of it. Now this piece here will come off too. Then of course, if you find an end in there that's aluminum, you want to throw that in your aluminum pile. And as you're going through these, wires are so easy to get, and they're so easy to make money on. Keep in mind that a lot of times you find good computer wires, good extension cords, and that sort of thing. Make for sure and save them out and sell them at the flea flea market, because extension cords are expensive. And a lot of those computer cords, I see a lot of the scrap guys around here, they're scrapping perfectly good computer cords and USB cords, cell phone cords. You want to throw them off to the side and take them out to a flea market and sell them. And you got to come along, and a lot of times you find wires like this, especially if you're buying storage units and whatnot. You got to come along and take them out of that plastic. So I got them all cleaned up. I got everything from, you know, junky extension cords, Ethernet cords from computers, TV wires, vacuum cleaner cables or cords, all kinds of just different wires, old razors, appliances that are weren't working. So real easy to get these. A lot of dumpster divers do it. I'm not a dumpster diver, but it works. So I'm gonna load this thing up in the truck. So I got my wires loaded up here on the truck, and as you can see, I've picked up some other scrap. This came from an account that I have had for about the last 6 or 7 years. They do windows and sidings and awnings. So I got me a double hit here. 2 small little hits makes one nice big hit. One trip to the scrapyard. So that's about the way it works, right? So anyway, I'm Frankie the Junk Man. I appreciate you watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and post questions if you have any questions, and I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out.